One of the most crucial aspects of sports is record keeping, simply because records allow us to compare players from vastly different eras and unite generations of fans and athletes. And although they spark up delightful sports conversations, it is very challenging to debate the most stunning sports records. As time goes by, some of these records become personal milestones that sports stars attempt to attain, thereby making that field of sports even more fun. For instance, former Celtics shooting guard Ray Allen led the NBA in total three-pointers made until Steph Curry broke this record in a shooting display that left the entire world awed. He hasn't stopped there and has continued to push the bar high, setting more records for whoever dares to attempt. Ultimately, some established records are undeniably unbreakable, while others may be threatened, but altogether, records go to show that they have endured for a cause. In the NBA, there are some records that will never be broken and others that are too far-fetched to even try. They are naturally invincible for a multitude of reasons, including the qualities and abilities of the record-setting player or team at the time of making history, the longevity and consistency required to repeat the record, or there is simply no way to break it without bending or breaking the rules. Indeed, many of the records that have been set are just mind-boggling, as it is difficult to believe that they were even feasible in the past. Join us in our video today, as we explore some of the most mind-blowing and unbreakable records in the NBA. As always, be sure to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. People argue that the league today has gone soft and players don't see the intense defense of the past anymore, and perhaps this might yet be true for the one-on-one defense. In the past, the triple-double was difficult to achieve because of the tough defense offensive players had to face. The term triple-double was coined in the 1979 and 1980 season to describe the performance of a player who achieves double figures in three of the following numbers in a single game: points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. Although the technical ability of a coaching staff to devise suffocating defensive strategies remains a problem, the triple-double has grown in popularity in the NBA as a result of the incredible numbers of Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and LeBron James, who have elevated this stat to its highest level. Russell Westbrook now holds the NBA triple-double record with 194 triple-doubles, whilst former record holder Oscar Robertson comes in second place with 181 triple-doubles in 14 seasons. Oscar Robertson, nicknamed the Big O, played for the Cincinnati Royals and the Milwaukee Bucks, finishing his career in 1974 with 1,040 games, played with an average of 25.7 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 9.5 assists per game. Russell Westbrook eclipsed Oscar's historical record after 47 years on May 11, 2021, in a game between the Wizards and Hawks to become the all-time leader. Wilt averaged 46 minutes per game over the course of his career, but in 1962, he only missed 8 minutes of the entire season. He was ejected from one game with 8 minutes to go after receiving 2 technical fouls. He continued to play every second of every game, including overtimes for the remaining 79 games that season. Because of this, Wilt averaged 48.5 minutes per game that year, even though a regulation game only lasts 48 minutes. Might sound unbelievable, but there is a chance to average more than 48 minutes per game, even if a game only lasts 48 minutes, since overtime extends the playing duration to 53 minutes. This won't happen again because any coach who keeps a star player on the field for that long in the modern game would be immediately fired, or deal with consequences because of the load management regulations. With 33 straight victories, the Los Angeles Lakers might be holding one of the NBA's most unbroken records. No other team has come close to matching the Lakers' record since they set it during the 1971 and 1972 season. No club will likely ever win 33 straight games, much less manage it during the regular season. This is due to the fact that league parity is simply too high and teams are simply too evenly matched. The Golden State Warriors, who won the 2015 NBA championship with 4 straight victories to end the 2014 and 2015 regular season and give them 28 consecutive regular season wins, the second longest streak in NBA history, are the most recent club to put up a run that comes close to this record. The Warriors' 73 victories during the regular season in 2015 and 2016 season set an NBA record. Given how challenging it is to win that many games in a season, it is unlikely that this record will ever be broken. Golden State defeated the Memphis Grizzlies 125-104 to complete a 73-9 season, making them the first and only team in NBA history to win 73 games in an 82-game regular season. As the greatest regular season team in NBA history, this Steve Kerr-coached group outperformed the 1995 and 1996 Chicago Bulls by 1 victory. The Warriors were a fantastic team with one of the best rosters ever put together. No team will probably ever be able to surpass that level of performance. The most rebounds in an NBA game is 55 and was achieved by Wilt Chamberlain at the Philadelphia Civic Center in Pennsylvania, USA, on the 24th of November 1960. Wilt Chamberlain wasn't just a scoring champion. He topped the rebounding leaderboards too and took the league's crown in 11 of his 14 seasons, often averaging by himself what an entire frontcourt does in the modern NBA. It has been reported that Bill Russell, Walt Bellamy, and Bob Pettit were the only players to play during Chamberlain's era that might be considered physically comparable to him. On average, each side also had a lot more possessions per game, which led to a lot more opportunities for rebounds. Hence, there is no way anyone can compete with this because there are so many players of nearly comparable stature, and defense is now a crucial component of a game. Although a number of players have put up 50-point games, it's not an easy thing to do. A 50-point night is capable of keeping you in the sports news cycle for a couple of days. Yet, for the great Wilt Chamberlain, this was merely a seasonal average in 1961 and 1962. In today's game, where Steph Curry has revolutionized the game with insane three-point shooting range, to average these numbers in a season is simply not realistic. It will take unimaginably high levels of scoring, flawless performances, and no bad days in every single game. That was the level of greatness this basketball legend displayed. The assist has essentially become a lost art in this era of basketball that is individualistic and one-on-one focused. Today, the game has been redefined to a scorer-only league, with ISO players ball hogging to stat pad. It's still a beautiful game nonetheless, where pure scorers like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, James Harden, and the likes can pull up from just about anywhere on the floor and get buckets. Yet, there was a time when the all-around gameplay was pure art, and a point guard wasn't always thinking about only putting the ball in the hoop. There was a time when a pass-first point guard and natural playmakers run the floor, carving out breathtaking plays and dishing out assists to teammates. But to do this required exceptional ball handling skills, competent passing ability, and uncanny peripheral vision. Only the best could do this, and John Stockton was one of the very best. Stockton was a virtuoso of the passing game, leading the league in assists every year from 1987 and 1988 to 1995 and 1996 seasons. He had over 1,000 assists 7 times during that span, an unbelievable feat no one could replicate in that same span. He retired with 15,806 assists in the league, with Jason Kidd coming in second with 12,091. In terms of total assists, Jason Kidd is the closest player to Stockton, but he is still about 3,715 assists behind. The closest active player, though, is 37-year-old Chris Paul, who has 10,977 points. Of course, records are meant to be broken, and this might very well get broken someday, but it probably won't be by anyone in the NBA today. We assume that when LeBron James pictured himself winning championships with the Miami Heat, this is the dynasty he had in mind, but things didn't pan out as he had envisioned. Also, although the Warriors have slowly established a dynasty and have won 4 championships with their current lineup, even they are fading out now that Steph Curry is well into his 30s. This proves how difficult it will be to break this record in the present era. Winning 8 NBA championships in a row is simply impossible given how evenly matched all of the league's teams are. It is completely illogical to believe that one person could accumulate 11 championships given the fact that just 2 NBA teams have ever won more than 6 titles. Giannis Antetokounmpo can attest to the fact that it takes immense effort and a streak of luck to win even one championship. Super teams and dynasties are needed to win 3 or 4 championships, so winning 11 is simply unbelievable. But there was only one man ever to do this, and that man was none other than the late Bill Russell. In just 13 seasons, he won 11 rings, achieving the incredible feat of winning championships each and every season he played. This is one of the records that appears to be unbreakable in the true sense because it is built on longevity and consistency. Nobody in NBA history is likely to ever be able to match Russell's level of achievement. Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game is one of the records that has proven impossible to break to date. The late Kobe Bryant's 81-point performance is the second most in NBA history, but it is still more than 18 points short of Chamberlain's mark. Chamberlain scored 100 points in a single game against the New York Knicks on March 2, 1962. Even in today's high-scoring competition, it's difficult to reach close to 80 points. In some instances, players have scored 60 points or more. 6 players have joined the 70-point club, compared to 32 players who have scored 60 or more points in a game that features over 450 players, showing that it is extremely tough to reach that mark in a single game, and that this record may never be broken. Given the increased possessions and decreased scoring opportunities in the modern NBA, it seems unlikely that any player will ever approach Chamberlain's record. That sums up our video for today. These are some of the NBA's most enduring records. Leave a comment to let us know of any other unbreakable NBA records out there. If you enjoyed this video, watch also the next video on your screen, which looks into the lifestyle of Mohamed Salah, one of the best football players in the world. As always, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos.
And it says, whoa! Fired up. There's a lot of Heat jerseys here. Wow.